Welcome to You're Not the Boss of Me. If you are determined to break glass ceilings and build it your way, this show is for you. I'm your host, Beth Graves, and I am obsessed with helping you to not just dream it, but make the plan, connect the dots, and create what you crave. Are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to a divine download and the decision to act as if she had already reached the top rank of the company and had already become a $1 million earner with her company has led Kristi Dear to massive success, not only in the network marketing space, but she's also an international success and mindset coach and speaker. And she supports her clients and her team to go big and capitalize on their greatest strengths, building confidence so they create solid strategies for success. You're going to love this episode. She's pretty famous. I got her bio and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is like Oprah. She's been featured in the Huffington Post, Good Day Dallas, Good Morning Texas, CBS 11, Channel 5, the Dallas Morning News, and you are going to see why. She has an energy around her success and helping to mentor women to shift their mindset, overcome obstacles. And one of my favorite parts of this episode, when I asked her, how do you deal with a team member or a client that comes to you and isn't having success because they lack the belief? And she said to write down the story that you keep telling yourself. What is that story that you're telling yourself about your business, and shift that story? So here we go. I'm excited for you to hear me interview Kristi.
All right, everyone. I'm so excited because I have a legend in the network marketing space, coaching space. Many of you have probably followed her for years and years. I got on the list to get her on the podcast. So hi, Kristi. How are you?
Hi, Beth. How are you? Hi, everyone.
Well, it was interesting to try to attempt a time since we're hiding from dogs and kids and everything else, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So this podcast, this series is the map, the daily map that women who have earned in the network marketing space over $1 million in commission coming on and saying that this was my path. And I want to just make sure that I say this because we must, is that this is not guaranteeing if you follow this path that you're going to have that income. But the facts are that the women that are sharing have been in that teeny top percentage income earning. And I love to crawl inside of their brains. And so I'm so excited to be able to spend this time with you today, Kristi. So first of all, how many years have you been? I know that you do coaching and you also lead a very large network marketing team. So talk about how you started in the network marketing space.
Well, I've been in network marketing for a little over 3.5 years. Before that, yes, I still do coaching, but I was a mindset and success coach. And before that, a personal trainer. So I had been approached for years to do network marketing. And I always just said, no. It's kind of like that knee-jerk reaction. Nope. And when I was doing coaching for female entrepreneurs, I had a lot of people in network marketing coming to me. And so I learned about the business that way from our coaching. And then I went to a networking group and I met other people in network marketing, and I met somebody who's now my mentor there. And I was very fascinated with her lifestyle and the trips that she was going on and the freedom that she had. And so it made me really curious. And I felt like network marketing really found me. I think it was just saying, hey, this could be an amazing opportunity. So when I released the resistance and, followed my heart, that's when, I said, why not? Why not just try? Why not just see what this is about? And I joined, and then here I am.
So is the company that you're with now your first and only company?
Yes. And the company is a little over 5 years old.
Okay. I love that because you and I have that in common, that we found our home the first time around, and also coming in as not experienced network marketers. And that's something, as you're listening, I want you to pay attention to, because many times I'll hear resistance saying, well, people can only make that life-changing income if they have brought a giant team, they've done this before, all of those other pieces. So 2 people right here. And also, how old were you, if you don't mind me asking, when you made the decision to jump in?
Okay, that's a good question. I'm 43 now. So I'm like, is that 39?
Yeah. So it wasn't that I'm putting up all these flags because women in their 40s will say, well, gosh, I'm not an Instagram influencer and how do I build this? So what I love so much, and especially when I think about the coaching side, the websites, all of the pieces that you're personally responsible for building and making sure are maintained. And then the network marketing piece comes along and you have a website, somebody manufacturing your product, shipping it for you, and you get to do your favorite part, which is marketing, building community, and getting people started having incredible experiences. I will say, as one of your customers, your customer experience that you personally create completely sets you apart. So will you talk about that? Is that something that you started right away? Because I buy a lot of products and you win, like gold star.
Wow, thank you. Well, I feel like it's important to have a relationship with your customers, with your team. I want to make sure that I'm checking in with my customers and, seeing how the products are going, see if they have any questions, letting them know about the new products that are coming out or that are out on the market. And then doing the same with my team, checking in with them, asking them how their day is going, how their kids are. Like having that personal relationship is really, really important.
So as you jumped in, the company was new. How many months did it take? Were you right out of the gate, this is where I'm meant to be, or did it take a little bit of time?
Well, when I first joined, I was very, very nervous. And I actually started shaking and wanted to cry a little bit because I thought, here I am, a mindset and success coach, and now I'm going into network marketing, something that I said I would never do. What are my clients going to think? What are my friends and family going to think? And I thought, people might judge me. People might think, oh, now she's going into network marketing. What went wrong with her business? And I was a little fearful and panicked and unsure of, the future. But I remember this clearly. I was on a walk one day and I started to have tears in my eyes. And I said, I really want to make this work. I see other people in this business who have success and I think I can do this. But I had this fear and this doubt of, like I said, being judged or fear of failure. And so I remember just this, I always say divine download just came to me and said, Kristi Dear, if you are walking around telling yourself all this fear-based story, what if I fail? What if people judge me? What are people going to think of me? You're never going to be successful. If you want to be successful, you've got to hold the vision of where you're going and what's possible for you. And you've got to get excited and you've got to step into that story and you've just got to share, because really it's about sharing. It's about sharing an amazing opportunity and amazing products. And that's all you're doing. So stop getting in your own way, show up and have fun with it. And once I started doing that, everything changed.
I love it. The divine download. I think we all have that moment when, and I did this as well, when I was by myself thinking, and it came to me and it as a divine download that, and in my case, that I had the same ideas, right? Those are the thoughts. The circumstance was the network marketing business. Our thoughts were, what will people think? The fear. In fact, that divine download comes in, and I started thinking about having my own daughter, who was 15 at the time, watch me walk away from something that I had, named and claimed that this was going to be this business, and this was how it was going to build. And I think sometimes even publicly proclaiming your intention, and then knowing that your daughter, knowing that your team, they're watching you, or people that are even the naysayers, I wanted to say, this is a viable business model. So when you made that decision, obviously you passionately went into massive action. So when you go back to those building days in the beginning and you think about, okay, this is what my day looked like. Could you walk us through what your daily plan was? Most likely is pretty close to the same right now, except for more leadership, I would assume.
Yeah. So I'm very, very big into mindset. So, having a morning mindset routine, getting your head in the game. And like I mentioned, holding that vision of where you're going, believing it, feeling it, living it out, speaking as if, showing up as if. And, if I wanted to get to the top of the company, if I wanted to be that successful businesswoman that I saw in my mind, I needed to show up as her that day. I needed to decide, okay, what would her daily habits be? How would she speak to herself? How would she speak to others? She already has a team of people. How is she going to reach out to people to share the business? How is she going to reach out to people to share the products? How is she going to show up online? So that's one of the things that I did, I still do, and I teach my team and my clients to do as well. So I started with the mindset piece, and I really think that's huge. I have something where I wake up every morning and I write my goals down as if they've already happened. I am so grateful and thankful that I pick a few goals. I write them over and over and over for 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes. Then I stand up, I speak them aloud with passion, enthusiasm, excitement, 5 minutes. And then I do visualization. I close my eyes and visualize myself stepping into that role. And that's mainly what I did. I walked around the house and I talked to myself like as if I've already reached the top of the company. I was already there. And then on top of that, just taking, the physical action part, which is reaching out, sharing, following up with people, networking, connecting, and putting those two together, I think just really allowed me to take off.
I now know what we're going to call this episode is showing up as if. We must have been sisters from another life or something, because that piece was so huge. I don't know if I came in without the mindset background because you were coaching it. And so I had to learn those habits early. And something I read, it might have been Jack Canfield, show up as if. And that was a huge shift for me, even leading calls with 3 people on, right? Showing up as if you already have that team. And when you're working with a new person who is missing that belief in themselves, isn't showing up as if, obviously that morning routine, I just took a million notes. I love it. Let's do a little role play that I am new on your team and I've got my first 2 or 3 business partners and a couple customers as well. I'm just insecure. I'm not confident. I keep saying, I don't know, people aren't answering me. I think I'm through my list. Nobody commented on my post. How would you coach me around what you just heard?
So I would ask you first, what is the story that you're telling yourself about your business?
I love that. I'm writing this down because it's so good. What is the story I'm telling myself? Okay. I love it.
Because most likely I'm going to hear back something like, well, I'm telling myself that people may not want to buy from me, or people may not want to join my team, or I'm telling myself that I might fail or I might not be good at this. So, what we speak about, we bring about. And it's really, really powerful to identify the story that we're telling ourselves every single day about what we want to create. So I would ask somebody that question, and then we would, dissect that and go through that story and maybe uncover a little bit of why. Why are you feeling like that? And then change the story. What do you want to create? Let's start speaking that now. I'm a client, customer, and business partner magnet. Everywhere I go, people are wanting to reach out to me and ask me about my products and my services and my business. I attract abundance everywhere I go. I'm a magnet for success. There's abundance all around me, and I'm always attracting it. So I would just help somebody, craft some affirmations and change their story.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And each podcast email that goes out, we have an affirmation around it. So make sure that I'm going to get your favorite one that you're using right now, and we'll share it and give you credit for that. So they've shifted the mindset, and you can tell, I believe, in the energy around someone with their belief, with just how they show up, even to 3-way chats, 3-way calls, to the Zooms. When you were building and you recognize that someone had that energy around them, What did you notice about their daily practices that was different than the others? Is that the person that is bringing them more three-way chats, three-way calls? What are the habits of the person that shows up with that acting as if in the beliefs?
Yeah, so more maybe three-way chats, three-way calls, but showing up online differently. I'm seeing that too, on social media. A lot of us are building our businesses on social media. And so just seeing the energy in their stories and the confidence, and maybe not holding back as much about feeling salesy or bothering their friends and family, but they're showing up and sharing about their lifestyle and sharing about their products and being passionate about it. And that's a lot of what I'm seeing. And just reaching out to somebody and sharing about what they have to offer with somebody who's on their list and they've been scared to. Because stepping into a new story and feeling it and speaking it and, doing those affirmations, like I said before, and that I do every day, and visualizing it and speaking your story, it's going to change your energy. It's going to change your confidence, and the way you show up is going to be different. And the way people show up to you is going to be totally different.
I love that. And while we're in the social media piece is huge as well, because I want to talk about something, because I think that you and I have similar philosophies just by me looking at your social media. There are so many people right now that are showing up and almost afraid in the name of, I don't want someone to Google my product philosophy. They're almost afraid to even talk about what they do. So they're leaving almost this weird trail of breadcrumbs. And then there's the people that are way too much on the other side, kind of throwing out the offers and the specials. But I've noticed, and I really admire this about you, is that you're really proud of your products in your company. And it's part of your brand as being a positive mentor who celebrates women and helps them step into their greatness. So I applaud you, because we hear so much to be super undercover. And you are a combination of, I can go to your Facebook page, your profile, and it's the perfect magazine cover. I can see your values. I can see you're God-centered, but I also know that you love the company that you represent. So can you talk a little bit about the hiding behind the veil versus all over the place, but you have this vibe that I was like, she loves what she does. I knew that you were my go-to girl for my hair products.
Well, I feel like on social media, it's good to be a little curious, right? Maybe say things where people are like, oh, what does she do? I want to dig a little bit more. But then I personally feel like it's totally fine to talk about the products that you represent. Sometimes when you're hiding them and you're just, it's only available if somebody reaches out to you, sometimes people don't like that. So for me, I like a little bit of both, like sharing what I'm using on my hair, what I'm using on my skin, how it's changing and changed my hair, changed my skin. Like I have no problem showing up and sharing that with people because it's exciting. I'm excited about it. And, I want other people to see that too. And then a lot of the company benefits and a lot of the things that they're doing as a whole as a company is just, I'm very passionate about. But then also doing posts where, maybe I'm a little curious or I'm inviting people in to look a little bit deeper and get to know me a little bit more. So I try to do a combination.
I love it. And I love the abundance of leaders like you, where I had somebody say to me, well, you interview people from other companies. And I have this abundant mindset that we are all going to learn from each other and land where we were meant to land, where God wanted us to be, and what our path is. And so if you're listening and you're thinking something like, wow, Beth is talking about another company, of course, because industry as a whole has served so many men and women, so many families, and there is the perfect fit for every single person. Meaning I would not be a good essential oil distributor. I love them, but I have to ask people for every single recipe for it. But I love to celebrate that product. And when we think about abundance and we think about learning from each other, who has been in your world, that's outside of your company? It doesn't have to be someone in the network marketing space, your mentor, a guiding light, someone who you've always just used to direct your path in terms of either mindset, social media? Who's that person to you?
Well, can it be somebody I've never met? Because
yes, it can.
Yes. Okay. So it's Catherine Ponder with a C. She wrote, her books came out in the 1960s. I got this book from my mom. So, and in a sense, my mom too has just really helped me and guided me and given me that support to let me know that I can dream bigger and step into that. But she gave me this book that changed my entire life. And I still have this book. It's 20 years. I've had this book. It has little, scribbles in it from when my kids were toddlers. But it's called The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. And I read a little bit of this every single day. And she's absolutely changed my entire life. And anytime I have any fear or self-doubt or anything that comes up, right? Because we still do, and we're all human and we have those struggles. I'll open this book and I'll read something. It will just come to me. And she's just like the biggest part of my life. I would love to meet her one day. That would be amazing.
I think that it's incredible that you have based your whole business around acting as if, the goals, the affirmations in present tense, then diving into something like that book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity, that once again, I have the philosophy that our energy, our vibration, our belief around what we're doing is truly the action plan. The easy stuff are the conversation. It's as though I would bet that you go into a conversation with someone already visualizing the result, knowing the success, knowing how that conversation is going to turn out.
Yeah. And just, and a lot of times just even taking a deep breath and, saying a little prayer and just asking for guidance, that the right words come to me and flow through me. And, just reminding myself, one of my friends always told me, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And I just love that. So I just do the best I can. And I just ask for the right words. And I feel like if I'm showing up fully and, I'm believing in myself and my products and my business, and I'm just sharing from the heart and I'm sharing because I care, that's all I need to do. I just do the best I can and the rest will just fall into place. Whatever is meant to be will be meant to be.
I absolutely love that. And I'm going to ask you a couple questions as we round this out. And they're what I posed to some of our listeners who sent some questions in. I said, I'm going to be interviewing women who have earned 7 figures in the network marketing space through their commissions. So the questions, I have 3 questions. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. The first question is, how do you continue to find new people to share your product or your business with? How do you grow your lead list?
Well, continuing to network. And you can network online by meeting people in different groups or meeting friends of friends, but really getting to know people, commenting on their posts, sending them a message, asking them more about themselves and what they do, going to networking events. And I know right now during this time, there are virtual networking events. I enjoy working out. So, going to different classes. I go to hot body yoga I'll go back when it's open, but, going to the gym, but just starting a conversation and just getting to know people. I always try to stay open and, always trying to get to meet people. And even at the mall, okay, I meet people everywhere. And I also had this thing whenever I was going out before all this happened, trying to meet, 2 to 3 new people a day.
And I feel that if I were to have walked by you in the mall, there would be an energy around you. Like, I need to know what she's up to. It's an attraction energy because you have such a high vibration. And I even felt it when we chatted on Messenger the first time that we had, talked about you're reaching out to me as a customer of ours and I was reaching out to you as a customer of yours. We didn't know each other's backgrounds, but there's an energy about you of confidence. And that is one of the big characteristics in the leadership that has the heart-centered leadership that you have. Okay, the next question. So network on purpose, if you guys want to take something away. And also I want to point out that finding out about them, the commenting on the post, asking questions, and keeping a Rolodex, however you want to digitally do it or use an index card box, it's when that friend anniversary comes up or that birthday comes up, I want to remember how I know this person. Oh, we met in a Peloton group. Being a professional networker is huge. Okay, next question. This one's pretty easy for you. We already talked about your favorite book and your morning routine. That was another question, was do you have a morning routine? What is your, if you had a personal development, how to do something that was not the book that you mentioned, but a how-to, do you have a go-to book for that? That's a tough one.
Well, I have to think about, I read so many different books, but a how-to book, I basically just have a bunch of different law of attraction manifesting books. And then I put into some steps myself doing that morning mindset routine.
I love it. See, when you ask someone like us who we read all energy, law of attraction, this is what you do first, second, third, and fourth is not that appealing because I just never have had to have it. I've just known that I'm going to have 10 conversations a day and the right people show up. Okay, next question. In terms of law of attraction, if someone's listening and they're thinking, oh my gosh, this is incredible. How do I get started in even understanding how the law of attraction, how manifestation works? What would be the first step that you would give to someone listening?
Well, the first step is really awareness, just realizing that our words, what we speak and what we focus on and what we think about becomes our reality. So being aware of that, because most people aren't even aware of that. They say, I want, X, Y, and Z, but they're staying focused on the now or staying focused in the lack, the struggle, the defeat, or the, I can't, making excuses. And so you can't get there from that spot. So being aware that your words have power and starting to redirect your thoughts and what you're speaking about and thinking about and focusing on and what you're talking about with other people. It needs to be in the direction of where you want to go and not where you are.
Oh my gosh, this is like the golden episode. I am scribbling notes like crazy, and this is helping me so much. So I know for our listeners, they are so grateful that you took the time to be with us today. Thank you so much. And in closing, I just want to talk about I want to sum it up to the morning routine. I love that you wake up in the morning with that morning routine. You show up as if, and when you wake up, you write what you're grateful for and thankful for, and then say it out loud, correct?
Yes. So when I wake up in the morning, I will write down my goals, but I'll write them down as if they've already happened. So I am so grateful and thankful that, whatever those goals are that you have, I pick like 3 to 5 and I write them over and over and over. So I'm stepping into and giving gratitude for the goals that I'm, creating.
I love it. Okay. So if you're going to take away one thing, start your morning routine, writing your goals as if. And then do you have an affirmation, a quote, something that you see over and over again?
That I see over and over.
In your life, that you say it, that it just keeps popping up for you, that the words just stick with you, that you could share with us?
Oh my goodness, I have so many. Let me think. Something that I have written right in front of me on my whiteboard, I guess I will say. I have it written out very big. It says, God is within her, she will not fall. So.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. And if someone wants to get more information about mindset coaching with you, doing some of this work, how do they contact you?
Sure. Just go to my website, KristiDear.com, just my name.com, and we can connect there more.
All right. Thanks, Kristi.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Now that was an incredible episode. I loved hearing the energy, the act as if, the morning routine, raising your vibration, having the mindset, and knowing that you could have that divine download. So thank you, Kristi, for such an incredible episode. And I am going to give you all a special invite today because we have opened the doors to our VIP founding circle for the MAP membership. What is the MAP membership? It is a membership group where you will be getting coaching on mindset, on raising that vibration. You will be getting a daily action plan, the Millionaire Action Plan for your network marketing business. So I created the MAP membership because so many people were saying to me, I just want to get inside of the brain of the successful leaders, the people who have been building this business. What do I do daily? What do I say? what do I need to do for my morning routine? What do I need to do when I'm following up with someone? And how do I get the overwhelm out of so many different tools? What to post on social media, the stories, all of it. It was feeling so chaotic. And I thought, okay, I'm going to put this all together and have it be easily accessible and affordable and have the community around it for accountability as well as coaching circles. So it is a cool, exciting time for me because I have seriously been dreaming of this MAP membership group for many years, and it is finally happening. The launch will be June 1st. We are having a VIP circle. There are so many perks that come with it. Get on the list, themapmembership.com. Just go on, get on the list. You don't have to pull out a credit card. We want to know that you're in. It is a locked-in price of $27 a month when you get on the list right now. That is insane because when you see what is going to be happening inside of this group, it's going to blow your mind. And we are excited to invite you to be on that VIP Founder Circle. We have some spots left. We opened it last week for the podcast. So make sure you get on that list. Once you take a look, if you're like, not for me, and trust me, that is not going to happen because it is so much value. You're cool, but I want to get you on the list. And we will also be giving you a sneak peek and giving you some of the tools that we're building, that have been built, that have helped me to have my 7-figure success, and have you test drive the car, so to speak. So themapmembership.com. I will see you next week with another interview from someone who has made $1 million in commissions in the network marketing space to talk about their millionaire action plan.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me today on You're Not the Boss of Me. I'm hoping that you found one thing that you will do today that will allow you to move forward to that big, audacious goal. And I have a favor to ask of you, and that is leaving me a 5-star review over in iTunes. Every single week, I read your reviews. I love hearing what you have to say, and it allows me to bring you more, to get more people to interview that are doing the thing, breaking the glass ceilings, creating what they crave, and helping you with your game plan. So leave me a 5-star review, and when you do, I enter you to win the You're Not the Boss of Me swag. So make sure you leave it, and we'll reach out to you if you're the winner. Thanks so much for hanging with me today, and we'll chat with you soon.